the new Peeps movie that's coming out. I've already got this because I was already talking with Todd about this. This is the plot that I have for the Peeps movie. Basically, it's about this Peep that becomes sentient in our world. And this Peep is trying to survive in our said world.
Yes.
He goes on these wacky adventures, maybe gets chased by a dog, covered in dust, hides under a bed, maybe finds a spider here and there, battles a spider, something like that.
A Peep battling a spider with what?
A toothpick.
A toothpick?
A flamethrower.
No. It should be one of those little, the straw swords you put in drinks.
I could see that. I could go for that.
It has to be pink, because the Peep's going to be yellow.
But, guess what? Here's the ending. In the end, he is found and then eaten by a hobo. Come on, it'll be the best movie ever.
No, eaten by Donald Trump.
That'd be weird. I like it.
That entire movie concept would be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's doing it again. Well, welcome to Roulette. I'm Chad.
I'm Leah.
And what did we see?
Brick Mansions.
Oh, yeah. Brick Mansions. That movie was amazing.
So fun.
Oh, my God. Where could I go about Brick Mansions? Well, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, Brick Mansions is basically, it's set in Detroit, and there's a bomb in this area, which is a bad area. You aren't supposed to go there. They send a cop and a convict, and they become super buddies. And then they have to go find this bomb in the most cheesy way possible.
Yes, the most cheesiest, action-packed comedy ever.
I'm surprised Spider-Man didn't come in.
Oh, well, that's exactly what I was thinking too, actually. Spider-Man would have came in this movie, I think it would be better. Actually, do you think this entire movie was based off becoming a Spider-Man plot?
Maybe. Or maybe they just got whoever did the fighting from Spider-Man and taught everyone stunt doubles how to do it.
I could believe that. The one thing, though, I can say about this movie is that it does include Paul Walker. And, what happened to Paul Walker, may he rest in peace. This seems to be either his final movie or just, pretty much it's his final movie.
I think it's his final movie.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think so, too. But pretty much you are pretty much straight on what the plot is about, though. I guess I could also put in, though, that this movie, though, was, going back, is completely cheesy.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I can say...
gangsters?
Gangsters...
In Detroit?
Oh, who would have guessed that?
Really?
Hey.
There's no gangsters in Detroit. What are you talking about?
Not at all. It's a bum. But, this entire movie, too... One of the things I could definitely say, and maybe you picked up on it too, was the audio.
Oh, yeah. There is a bunch of spots I picked up. Whenever they went back to, the rich businessy leader people, basically, you would hear their voice 10 or so seconds before, then you would see their scene.
And then the audio didn't feel like it would match up?
Yeah.
Yeah? I noticed that a little bit, too.
It feels like a high school edit. A little bit. To me, it does. What do you think about that?
Honestly, though, I didn't notice that until you bring it up, but the more I think about it, too, I do think there was some scenes like that. The couple of scenes I will say, when it comes to this movie, is the fact that a lot of the audio was spliced in after the movie was edited. There was a lot of scenes where the audio was louder than what the actual scene was intended to be. And that was very, very thrown off. You can't sit there and have that without anybody noticing. I think anybody would be able to.
Even with the audio really is the main point of this.
Yeah, the audio and the acting. All in all, though, I could definitely say the acting in this movie was just everybody having a lot of fun.
Oh, so much fun.
It's like...
It's impossible not to have fun with this trip. They probably saw this and was like, oh, this is going to be great.
I'm going to be so much... I'm going to pour hot cheese all over this movie.
And then we're going to bake it.
And we're going to turn it into a nice souffle.
Yes.
And then it's going to crumble because the plot of the movie was so thin that I could probably poke it and it would shatter. Like a spider web, almost.
Yeah.
You get a really interesting build-up, and then it just kind of falls apart at the end. One of the things about this movie is that the convict himself actually killed a cop in the beginning of the movie. But the movie itself forgets that he kills the cop until like
it's not important
Yeah.
at all.
Hey, he killed this cop. Well, the cop was corrupted. Moving on.
It's like a plot device done with.
Yep.
Have fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly how this movie was. It's like you have a plot device, and then you had a non-plot device, and then you got rid of it in a second. And then especially with the whole entire scene with the dominatrix fight.
Yeah.
You had the damsel in distress, who was Lola.
Yeah.
And
honestly, I understand her point, but they could have done without her.
They could have. I agree. I think that what they would have taken out with her and would have removed her completely, the movie would have been pretty much the same movie.
Yeah?
I mean, there was really no point with her. At one point, she was able to fight, and then the next point, she was...
vanishes.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I can also say is the movie had really, really, really weird fight scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the one scene with the van in the beginning.
Yeah, that one. And also the scene where they're fighting in the stairwell and they're jumping. It's really pretty.
It's just pretty. I mean, the entire movie, yeah, I could get behind that too, though. I don't feel like the movie, and I can't say it was pretty, but the stunts were pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to lie with that, though. The stunts and the actual purpose of the movie was pretty good in that aspect. But other than that, though, the movie really fell flat.
Yeah.
On its face. Other than that, though, final verdict?
B+. Sure, it has its flaws, but overall, it's really fun.
Here's the thing. I'm probably going to give it a C. As much as I really did enjoy watching the movie, I still can't get over the audio, and also the fact that the movie just had a plot that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But before we finish up and everything, though,
mm-hmm.
you were telling me a little while ago, after we got out, that you had a really good thing. If we could take everything of the movie, what would it be?
What I would do is I would remove the government. Sounds weird, but hear me out. Basically, keep the district, keep it as a back story to all underground agents, keep the bomb, and use it as the reason we have underground agents going to get it.
Okay, so make it more of a gang war style infiltration movie.
Well, it has the location for it.
That's true. I mean, it is set in Detroit, and there's some really good setups there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't lie about that. Except the one scene they need to keep. The
that
best scene ever that sold me on this movie. You have to see it for yourself. But this movie was so cheesy that they did one of the best scenes out of any Looney Tunes cartoon ever. Actually, two, now that I think about it. There were two scenes. One is that they used bird sound effects during one fight scene, and that was brilliant.
That was hilarious. It doesn't match, but...
It doesn't match. It was great. And then there was the brilliant scene. And I'm going to leave that up to you guys to kind of guess on to see if you decide to see this movie. But other than that, though, got anything else to say?
Go see this movie.
All right. Well, I'm Chad.
I'm Leah.
And we'll see you next week on Movie Roulette.